Hi, you guys. I'm back with you guys today, man. It's Thursday afternoon, guys, and this is Action and Adventure, movie plot, action and adventure, movie plot review channel. This is your host, DJ, you guys. We're going to go over the movie Predator Badlands, you guys, and I'm going to give you guys my honest review about this movie. First of all, you guys, when I first seen the movie, when it first came out on the preview, it looked damn good. I said as soon as I seen this movie, man, I got to go watch it. I got to go watch it, you guys, because I love the new look. I love the way they made Predator the prey this time and basically making him on the good side. So I said, okay, that's nice. That's unique. All the other Predator movies these days, well, basically every Predator movie after Predator 2 has been god awful, you guys. So I said, okay, maybe this is a way they can go up. This is a new look. This is a change. When I first seen the preview of it, you guys, I thought, shit, this bitch is gonna be fire. As me watching the movie, you guys, it's okay. It wasn't as good as expected, but let's start off with the first scene, you guys. The first scene is the fight scene between Dek, and his brother, Kwei. Kui. Let's just say Kui. I think that's how you pronounce his name. It's a badass fight scene, you guys. Badass fight scene. I love it. The movie starts off with a lot of drama. It starts off with a great fight scene. Dek trying to prove his worth with his brother. Dek eventually ended up losing the fight to his brother, but at the same time, he held his ground. Right after that, we go into the spaceship, you guys. We go into the spaceship where Dek and his brother are both talking. This is what I find interesting. Dek, Dek's brother told Dek that he saved his life. He saved his life a long time ago. Even though Dek is supposed to be considered the weakest, he saved his life. And I'm going to get back to the point why I'm mentioning that. Okay, next, they go sit down in the spaceship. Dek, he gets control behind the wheel. As they're looking into their goals, because Dek has to pick his target. He has to pick his, what you call it, his prey. And he picks the Kalisk because the Kalisk is the most dangerous, the most violent prey, and it's the hardest prey out there. And he said he picked Kalisk was because even his own father is supposed to be scared of Kalisk, right? Now, the so-called father pulls up. I had to watch this movie 3 times before I realized that the other predator guy was his father. I thought that was just a random guy. But anyway, the father comes out in his spaceship. The two brothers walk out. They try to greet the father. The father ain't having none of that shit. The father basically says, Dek, you ain't nothing but a runt. And he tells the brother, Queen, why didn't you take care of business? Why didn't you basically kill him? So, out of nowhere, these handcuffs come on top of Dek, right? And Dek is held captive. The father orders the brother to kill Dek. But instead, Dek, he takes his sword. Not Dek, the brother takes the sword and he unchains Dek. Here's the problem I'm going to get with that. Why didn't the two brothers jump their father? The father is by himself. It's only one guy. Two of the brothers could have easily jumped him. If the brother was talented enough, if he was a big enough fighter, if he was good enough fighter to beat Deck, just imagine Deck and the brother fighting the father. They could have easily beat him. I don't know why the only option was like as if this guy is just so big, he's so tough, he's so powerful, he can easily beat all of us with a snap of his hand. But we know that's not the case because the guy, as we will get later on too at the end of the movie, he's not nowhere near as badass as the movie, I guess, tried to portray him. I believe Deck could have fought him and beat him by himself at that particular moment. But anyway, one of the things I do love about the movie, you guys, it's not too over the top with the CGI. Well, there are certain characters in the movie, certain monsters, it might be a tad bit over the top, but for the most part, I don't think the movie didn't go over the top with the CGI, you guys. Considering it's a whole lot of special effects and a whole lot of creatures and monsters and stuff in this movie, I've seen much worse. Mortal Kombat 2, that's another story for another day, you guys. But 22 minutes into the movie, we have Thea. She comes on. She comes on for the first time. Guys, I cannot stand Thea in this movie because her character is just way too annoying. She talks way too much. She's way too goofy. And because she's so goofy, you can't really take the movie serious. 35 minutes into the movie, we get Bud. We get Bud. Bud is some goofy little character that's in the movie that they just tagged along. Bud is another reason that just makes this movie feel to me too much Disney. It makes the movie feel too cartoonish. I don't mind Predator not being a horror movie. None of the Predators are really horror movies like that anyway. None of the Predator movies are really scary like that. I didn't expect this movie when I seen the preview, obviously, for this movie to be a scary or horror movie. This movie had everything as just an adventure and action movie. But even for an adventure and an action movie, the movie is still too Walt Disney. It's too cartoonish. They could have still made the movie adult. None of the Predator movies are scary per se, even though it might be labeled horror. None of them are scary. But this movie here seemed like it could have been a PG movie, even though it's not a PG movie because they're cursing on here and they're saying shit. But outside of that, this movie here it just seems too PG. It seems way too PG. And another thing I can get into, you guys, is there's just some talking points about Deck and his character in the movie. I describe him as being an architect. Deck is treated as an outcast and a runt by his clan and his father, Noah, Najor, Njorhr. Because of his small stature and perceived weakness, despite this, his story is one of relentless self-reliance and grit. He refuses to be defined by his father's cruel standards and instead pushes himself to prove his own worth through his own accomplishment. Tactical ingenuity over brute force because he lacks the physical size and strength of his peers. Deck's survival on deadly planet Jenna relies on high intelligence and ability to improvise. He is a master tactician who weighs risk reward, and when he loses traditional gear, he creates new weapons from the environment, showcasing his adaptability. They say he lacks the physical size and strength of his peers, but for me watching the movie, he doesn't lack anything. The movie comes off as if Deck is this weak, Deck is this runt. Deck is inexperienced. He's not on that level yet. To me, is untrue because when you watch Deck throughout this whole movie, the whole movie he's kicking ass. The whole movie he's slaughtering shit. He's running through the whole fucking movie, dude. It's not like the movie he started off as this inexperienced guy that was getting his ass kicked, and then the movie shows him now slowly learn to get more skills, and then he starts developing and improve here and there. No, from the beginning of the movie, from the start of the movie, you can see that the man could fight. He can fight real good. But the movie portrays that he wasn't ready, so he has to fight Khalees, bring Khalees home to prove that he's ready to the father and the clan and all that bullshit. Bullshit. Deck was already ready, you guys. Now, 39 minutes into the movie, Deck takes down the second monster. That was a scene I really, really loved. I think that's the scene right there when he had that little boomerang and he split the monster in two. That was nice. When he was running through the forest, he had this little boomerang thing that he threw, sliced the motherfucking monster up in two. That was gangster. Okay, 56 minutes into the movie, Khalees finally comes on. The monster Khalees, that's supposed to be his main target in the movie. Khalees did a number on Deck, but Deck was getting some points on Khalees right then. Deck showed right then that he had everything, even though he didn't actually defeat Khalees, but he showed that he was more than capable of being able to do it because he gave Khalees some business. Even though when Khalees had Deck on the ground, he could have easily swallowed him up, but he didn't. Okay. 1 hour into the movie, that's when we have Tessa and her soldiers, the company, they come take Deck away. Eventually, Deck, he escapes. Deck, he escapes, you guys. And hour and 12 into the movie, he finds his brother Mash. Well, let me get back into Deck again so you guys get to know him. Because I'm not going to lie, I do not like this movie, you guys. But I do love Deck's character. I do love the character of Deck in this movie. Misunderstood. A fascinating aspect of his arc is evolving understanding of what it means to be a leader. Initially, his goal is to kill the most prey and to prove his strength to his father. However, his interactions with the synthetic Thea, he eventually realizes that an alpha doesn't just kill, an alpha protects their pack. I like that. That's a good note. Development of Found Family Deck begins the film as a calculus, closed-off individual who sees others primarily as tools. Over time, his relationship with Thea and the creature Bud evolves into a genuine found family. His growth is marked by the transition from viewing these connections as transitional to recognizing their mutual value and displaying true loyalty, honor, and compassion traits entirely absent in his biological clan. Deck, he gets his brother Maz. And once he gets his brother Maz, that gives him a new source of energy. That gives him a new perspective. That gives him more motivation. I guess to kill Khalees or whatever the case may be. But the problem is, the goal of the movie for Deck was supposed to be to kill Khalees and bring Khalees home for the father in the clan, for everybody to see, bring his head back. He never killed Khalees. He never killed Khalees. But anyway, an hour and 13 minutes into the movie, Deck, he rescues Thea's legs. I never did like that aspect in the movie. That's one thing I hate about the movie. When I did watch the preview of it, I said I like this movie, but I felt like this no leg lady, this lady with no legs, that part is goofy. But anyway, Jack, he rescues Thea's legs, and the legs are fighting a whole soldier full of men, which is Tessa's army. Tessa is the identical sister, twin sister of Thea. Basically, they are the same exact people. They're playing the exact same people. The same person that's playing Thea in the movie is playing Tessa. Okay, you guys. Stupid. Tessa is already a very annoying character that just won't shut the fuck up. Then you got to deal with a goofy sister. And then the army full of the same men, because she has the same men in her arm. I think the movie did that for a reason. They only got like 4 actors on this whole movie, you guys. 4 actors, period. I guess the movie did that so they wouldn't have to pay anybody. I do not know, you guys. But you got a pair of legs fighting a soldier full of men. This is Disney all the way. This is cartoonish all the way. This is not an adult type movie. You see her legs putting these soldiers in her arm, in a headlock, flipping them on the ground. It's just too silly. It's a bunch of nonsense, you guys, in my opinion. Okay. All of it. Yeah. That's what I'm saying. They didn't want to pay these soldiers or something. Khalees, the monster Khalees comes back in the movie. I swear to God, I'm thinking Deck is about to fight Khalees again. He's going to win him. This time, he's going to kill Khalees. He's going to bring the head back. But instead, Khalees helps him fight Tessa. So him and Khalees become allies. What's the fucking purpose of the movie? The beginning of the movie was supposed to be stated. His goal, his mission was to find, hunt, track, kill Khalees, bring his head back for the clan, for everybody to see. So you went through all this in the movie to find Khalees. For what? What was this for? Only so you guys could be on the same team again? I mean, for you so you guys could be on the same team and not really fight each other no more? What was the purpose of the mission then? What was the purpose of this fucking mission? Now, Deck, he realizes, oh, I got another mission now. I gotta go kill my father. I gotta go fight my father. I'm like, duh, wasn't that the mission you should have took from the get-go? Wasn't that the mission you should have got for the get-go instead of running behind this dude, Khalees? You should have been trying to kill this man from the very get-go. The movie calls him his father, but there's no father camaraderie between none of these people in the movie. When I watched the movie the first 2 times, I swear to God that this guy was just some imposter. I never thought this guy was related. This guy killed your brother. I call him a guy instead of your father. Because he ain't no real father, he doing that. But anyway, he killed your brother right in front of you. Even though your brother pressed the button to put you on a spaceship to fly you away, I would have got my ass right back in that spaceship and flew right back down there and killed his ass for doing that to my brother and for trying to kill me. That would have been my first mission. Then I would have got Khalees. But the Khalees mission was just a completely blank mission, a dark mission. But anyway, the movie had to portray that he wasn't ready to fight his father. He wasn't ready for Khalees when he really was. But anyway, at the end of the movie, he finally arrives to his father. An hour and 35 minutes in the movie. He arrives there. Guess what Deck does? He wipes the living flow off of him. He wipes the flow with this man. He beats the living snot out of his father. I'm like, this could have been done a long time ago. And that's another problem with this movie is some of the scenes, not just that scene, but the whole movie, it seemed like Deck was just running through shit. He never really had no real competition. There was never really a point in this movie where I really felt his life was in serious danger. He was too skilled. He was more skilled than the movie was trying to make it seem like it was. He was very skilled. If Deck was able to wipe the floor with his father right then and there was nothing that he did on that mission to find Khalees that really helped him get much better. He was already there. He was already ready for that mission. He was already ready. If somebody killed your brother like that in front of you in real life, you're not going to worry about fighting some monster that ain't got nothing to do with that. You want to find the person that killed your brother. That's what you want to do. Last but not least, the same little monster, Bud, that was tagging along with these guys, that same monster ended up biting and swallowing and eating his father right after he defeated his father at the end of the movie, which is ridiculous because this monster was like this big. And all of a sudden, out of nowhere, he grows up to be as big as Khalees. He grows up to be like all of a sudden, one scene, the whole movie, he's this big. And all of a sudden, he's a big fucking monster, stories feet tall. This movie was bad movie, but the only reason I'm not gonna say it's that bad because, like I say, the movie does have some potential with Deck character. I love Deck character in the movie, even though I would have liked him to be a little bit more aggressive, a little bit more meaner. He was a little bit too nice because that's the way the movie made him, too friendly. The whole movie is a friendly, cartoonish type atmosphere from the get-go. But I like the tactics that he was using. I like his fighting skills. I like his mentality, and everything. I like his personality. You know, there were some positive things, but the only positive things is just about Deck character in of itself. They can keep that same character, but the movie itself, the story writing, the script writing, everything else needs to change. I like the idea of what they're trying to do here. To me, they should have called this movie Prey. This movie here should have been called Prey instead of Predator because he wasn't a predator. He was really prey on this movie, but that's just me, you guys. But if you like this video, you guys, man, if you want to see more and more content like this, I'm gonna have more and more videos coming up. Horror, action, adventure. You guys can comment to me any other new movies that you want me to review. There's only my second movie, you guys. There's only my second live stream, but it's not going to be my last. I'm going to be doing this for years and years to come, you guys. Later on down the line, I will have better video. I will have better audio. I will have special effects, graphics. Just give me some time and work with me. But if you love this review, you guys, please like and subscribe. Thank you so much.